Tesna and I go to UCD. I'll be talking to you on the importance of campus community and I'll be talking to you on the importance of community in general and much more. I would like to lay a particular emphasis on the importance of campus community. So just give me a thumbs up or just give me a nod if you can see the screen that I'll be sharing. Can you all see that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me first congratulate each and every one of you sitting here for just finishing your journey, for completing the Leaving Cert. Undoubtedly, it has been a very tough, challenging, and confusing year. So very well done for sticking till the very last moment and enduring till the very last. And as the saying goes, do your best and leave the rest upon the Lord's hand. So all you can do now is trust the Lord. He will look after everything. And always remember that what is for you won't ever pass you by. What is for you will always find a way to get you. So I will be talking to you on the importance of campus community. And before I start on that, let me actually tell you that, God will surround you with songs of victory. For he says, for you are my hiding place. You protect me from trouble. You surround me with songs of victory. And as Justin Jevon mentioned earlier, that the college that you will get into or the course that you will undertake may not be the one that you had decided, but always remember that it's his plan for you and it could be even more beautiful than the one that you had intended to take upon. I remember when I didn't get my course was actually I decided to go to Trinity and I didn't get that. For some reason, I did get the points, but somehow I just didn't get into Trinity. So my second option was UCD. And I remember I was really, really sad. But then when I went into UCD and I met the people around there, I knew that this was right. So always remember that if you don't get your first option, it's all gonna be okay, and it's gonna be even more beautiful than you had ever thought about. And he promises in Jeremiah, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So I thought I'll talk to you on the importance of campus community. Since it's a Sunday afternoon, there's no point. I was intending to show you some slides and just to convey my points, why campus community matter, why is it necessary to become a part of campus community, and what advantages will you receive as an individual when you become part of campus community. So I thought I'll share my points through a small and a sweet story. And so, yes, before I start, I want you to, I want to tell that this story to some of you may sound silly, to some of you it may sound a bit exaggerated, and to some of you it may sound a bit philosophical. So whatever it is, I really do pray and hope that at the end I will convey my points why campus community matter through this small story. And I know it's a Sunday afternoon, but I want you to make two comparisons before I start this story. So the first comparison I want each and every one of you to make is of our precious and beautiful lives that the Lord has given us to a vast sea or a massive ocean. And the second comparison I want you to make is to that the one speciality with seas and ocean is it's never without troubles. It is always troubled by gushing winds, storms, and incessant rain. And all those problems that we face in our lives, I want you to compare to that with those storms. And I want you to make one another important comparison is that each one of us sitting here, me, you, we are all co-sailors in this ocean of life. We are all co-passengers, co-travelers, and co-sailors in this ocean of life. And before we start our sail, the Lord provides each and every one of us with a boat and an oar to sail through this mighty ocean, to sail through this journey called life. And in this ocean of life, storms and gushing winds are inevitable. It's unavoidable. Where there is a sail, there is always going to be storms, there's always going to be gushing winds, and there's always going to be incessant rain. But a question that each one of us should think is, are our individual boats strong enough to resist those storms? Are we all skilled sailors? And the story hasn't actually begun yet. This story, let me tell you, is a genuine account. It's a true story. It's about a very little girl, a very small, bubbly, cute little girl who started this journey, who started to sail in this ocean of life. And as she started, initially her journey was smooth and a bit effortless. But as she reached the middle of the sea, she was aware that the ocean is never without troubles. She will always be troubled by those winds and those rain. And one fine day, a huge storm hit this vast sea, and our poor little girl was thrown into the sea. She screamed and cried for help. And those travelers, co-sailors that I was talking to you about, they were all so busy and some were so selfish riding their own boats that they didn't consider it important to give our little girl a hand. But our little girl didn't have any complaints. As she looked ahead, she saw a small island, and somehow she managed to reach that island. And she tied her boat in the shores of that island. She was sad, angry, depressed, any word that you can ever associate with negativity. Our little girl was everything. Sad because she knew that she wasn't skilled enough to ride through those mighty waves of life. Angry because she knew that she wasn't a skilled sailor. Depressed because she had dreams, hopes, and aspirations to fulfill. And our little girl started to think, what will make me a skilled sailor? What will make my boat strong enough to resist, to ride through those storms of life? What will make me brave and fearless? And as she was thinking on this, one fine day, a much more bigger, brighter boat approached our little girl with a good 10 individuals sitting in that boat. And they all seemed so nice, lovely, and kind as individuals. And they offered her to get into that boat. And they asked her, why not embark on a journey with them? And our little girl, it was the first time somebody offered her an invitation. And their invitation was simply so irresistible and there was one more speciality, that each one of those individuals had colorful oars that they were sailing with, and they asked her to get inside that boat. And our little girl started to think to herself, she was not going to ride her boat, so why not embark on a journey with them? And she got onto that boat. And as she started sailing days, weeks, and months with them, she quickly did realize that her assumptions about them weren't false. They were indeed some of the most beautiful human beings that she had ever met across the ocean of life. And as she got to know some of those individuals much more better and closer than the others, they told her some things. They told her that once they too were unskilled sailors like her, they too were afraid of those big waves, of those gushing winds and that storms, that they didn't know how to resist them. They too had tied their boats somewhere in the sea of life, but they embarked on this together, on this journey together. But why? And they taught her so much values and principles that are now a core of her being. What did they teach her? They didn't teach her, they offered her certain things. The first thing that they offered her was friendship and companionship. They promised her she wasn't alone in this journey. And they told her that they too were human beings with their own faults, with their own flaws. But the most important and beautiful thing was they embraced each other with those flaws, with those faults. She felt understood, she felt included, she felt loved in this group. And it said in the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 9, a sweet friendship refreshes the soul. She got support, encouragement, days of endless laughter, understanding, which made her realize with them she can ride through any storm of life. And the second thing that they taught her was, and sorry, I need to tell you about this Bible quotation: two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. We need people to become our rock when we fall, to be shoulders when we cry. And I assure you, if you become a part of our small campus community, whether it's in UCD, TUD, or wherever it is, we will help each other. We will help each other succeed. When you fall, we will always be there for you. We will reach out to you. And the second thing that they taught her was they added so much of values, morals, and principles. Each individual taught her so much of values. And due to time constraint, I couldn't get down all those values. But some of the most beautiful values that they taught her was empathy. Empathy means, to listen with the ears of another, to see with the eyes of another, but most importantly, to feel with the heart of another. And compassion is a much more elevated value, because it's empathy taken to another level, that you are so much strong-willed that you want to help that individual, whatever is troubling them, you want to take that pain off from them. Optimism, that's positivity, optimism means to see the positive in everything, to see the positive in every storm of life. Hard work and perseverance. The hard thing about life is it happens daily. You can't decide one day that you won't that you'll stop your journey. You can't put down your oar. You have to sail every single day. University is a big change, but the good news is you're not alone. We are all here to support and guide you. I remember when I came in first year, I didn't know anyone in UCD, and it was through this small community. It was through this group meetings on a Thursday that we got to see each other, where I felt I was included. I felt I was understood, and we came there to de-stress, to pray, and when we played Kahoot, we did so many things. And in this, when I saw, and through those individuals, I saw the face of God. And it said, it's rightly said, God is actually love. If there is any phase of God, God is actually the phase of love. And through those individuals, I actually experienced the phase of God, the true love of God. And it said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. And we are looking forward to meeting each and every one of you in this academic year, to add more values to our boats, to make each one of us more skilled sailors. I know that I'm not a skilled sailor, and I know that my boat isn't yet strong enough to resist those big storms. But please do come along. Please do embark on a journey with us to add more values to us, please do offer us your friendship, your companionship, your partnership, your camaraderie, because we do look forward in welcoming you with both hands open, wide open. And so I'll stop talking for a while, and I'll call upon Thaara Chechi from TUD. Thaara Chechi is actually studying pharmaceutical science. So she'll talk to you on the importance of, she'll actually share her testimony or her testimony on the importance of community. Yeah.
Hi everyone, Tesna, thank you so much for the beautiful sharing. It's really heart touching, and I love what you were saying. You were saying that we're all co-sailors in this ocean of life, and there's so many sailors now on board, so many new faces, so many different personalities over here, and it's so beautiful to see that. I actually didn't want Tesna to stop talking. It was so beautiful, but I guess now I need to start talking. Okay, but yeah. So I'm from as Tesna said, I'm from TU Dublin, and I'm in my final year now. So campus ministry for me, I'm just going to share my experience with campus ministry and how it helped me grow in faith and how I met so many beautiful people who really were like family to me. If I just say it in one word, campus ministry, GC Youth Campus Ministry for me is a gift. It's a beautiful group of a unity, of a beautiful family. I have some best friends in there, and it's basically a place where you can be yourself. You don't need to hide anything. Whatever you feel, you can openly share. And everyone are sailors, so there's no one who aren't going through problems. Everyone's going through something, and it's just a place where you can just be that normal sailor. And this has taken me back 3 years now. The very first time I was introduced to GC Youth Campus Ministry was when one of the GC Youth Chechis called me, and she was like, okay, there's going to be a new campus team in TU Dublin. And I just finished my leaving cert, and like everyone here, I had a lot of confusion. I got my course, but still I was wondering, will I be a loner? Will I have any friends? Lots of things like that. So I was thinking I'm gonna be alone. And they called me, there's going to be a meeting. I went to the meeting. I thought it's just going to I'll be only the one there. I went there and I meet my friend, like that I already know. And I didn't know she was going to be there. It was just coincidence. And it turns out she's going to do the same course as me. Literally, we're going to be in the same class. So it was just me and her, the very first campus meeting in TU Dublin. And it was just me and her for the first few times we had a meeting together. It was just in a small room in TU Dublin, and we started off just as friends. We used to talk and chat, and along the way I made new friends in my course itself, and we started gathering in a very small room in TU Dublin. But even though we had that friendship between us, praying together was just something else. We were very close. We knew each other so well, but interceding for each other and praying for each other, knowing each other's problems as well, there's some other beauty to that. And in terms of the assignments, in terms of the challenges we were facing in each of our courses, we were able to openly share and pray for each other. And Jesus was binding us together in all of our situations. So basically, what I want to say is the campus ministry for me, it gave me a different dimension in the friendship I already had within my course. A dimension where Jesus was in the middle, tying us together. And as you guys all know, Jesus is very powerful, and bring that into your campus life as well. Even in the small meetings we had, we used to have Bible sharings, and we could see, the Lord speaking to us, and we always felt like Jesus was holding our hands, because you see, the campus life is not, easy. There will be different type of temptations. I like to see college life as a door that's wide open for any temptations to come in. Either we can, call the devil to the door, or we can call Jesus to the door. And obviously, with as a group of friends, we can overcome those temptations together. Build a stronger relationship, and through the weaknesses, as Tesna was saying, there's no sailor that is easily going through the ocean without any troubles. everyone has weaknesses, but as a group of beautiful friends, as a beautiful family, we're able to build each other on each other's weaknesses, and become a beautiful gift for you. So for me, G-Suit Campus Ministry has been a beautiful gift. Seeing each other's deepest needs and there to support, there to pray for one another, and there's really a beauty in that. And the Holy Spirit will always work through your studies, through whatever problems you might face in campus life. In John 14 and 18, it says, Jesus says to us, I will not leave you desolate, I will come to you. That's what he says. And I know lots of people might be thinking, the COVID is finished. Will I face loneliness in college? Will I be alone? But understand that whatever friendship circle you make, try bring Jesus in there. Always know that there is a beautiful campus ministry in each of the colleges, and Jesus is telling you that he himself will come to you and he will not leave you alone. um, and there will be a lot of cultural differences and temptations that we might face in the coming years, and that door that is wide open in the college. But when you bring Jesus and when you bring that beautiful group of friends together, you will be able to resist any temptation and loneliness that you might be facing. So yeah, and as Tesna said, in Proverbs 27:9, it says, a sweet friendship, it refreshes the soul. So singing together, praying together. Even during the COVID time, we were meeting online. And today there's like beautiful people here who I've never seen physically, but there has been a beautiful bond that has been established because we've been gathering in the name of Jesus. So that sweet friendship really refreshes the soul, and we're able to put all of our worries behind us and focus on our Savior, who's Jesus.